Great day, family. So, welcome here to webinar number 3. And I titled this particular version of Purpose. It's a very hot topic. It is something that a lot of people may have be very familiar with. However, if you're like me, I struggled with purpose. I really did. And I had no idea whatsoever on why I was here and what I'm supposed to be doing. So with this webinar, hopefully, as far as I have like a few questions, maybe something that can help you jog your memory and also help you gain more clarity as well. So with the first one that I have, one key point when it comes to purpose, and the question that you want to ask yourself is one of the things that I definitely had to ask myself: what is your purpose in life? I realized that, and I'm pretty sure you as well up to this point have realized that it's not about paying bills. It's not about working until about your 65 or 75, then having a pension and then riding up into the sunset. You are an individual that is trying to figure out, okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? I know that there's more to life than this. And so the question I want you to ask yourself is, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Because we're living a time now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, that things are moving ever so fast with AI and, so many other things that's in the atmosphere. So you want to ask yourself that question: what is my purpose in life? And really, I want to take it another step further, even writing that down and just asking, what am I supposed to be doing here? That's first and foremost. Once you are able to get that down and get that clarity, which is very important, by the way, how can you show up to serve? Now, for some people may be watching this and maybe saying, well, what do you mean by that, Sean? I want you to ask yourself this question. When you find out your purpose, what skill sets, what talents that you have, ladies and gentlemen, that can help and serve others versus yourself? When you find out and discover, and I recommend for you to write down the list of all the gifts and talents in which that you do naturally without even thinking about it. Some people are effective communicators, meaning that they can talk to anybody in the room. It doesn't matter as far as they're in a restaurant, in a store. It doesn't matter. You're a kind of person that's just a great communicator. Some are great as far as in just drawing or even creating. They can do that effortlessly, right? Some people are great in terms of technology. That is something that is a limitation, a weakness of mine. But there are others that they just do it just without even thinking twice about it. So you really want to find out on what ways on how you can serve others. That is definitely part of your purpose. The third point in which I want to go ahead and make, and hopefully this can help somebody as well, is that is your life mission all about you or others? If I can be honest with you, in the beginning, like most of us, when we find out our purpose, of course, we want to be able to benefit ourselves, right? Because it's about self-preservation. We as human beings, we're selfish at nature, right? There's nothing wrong with as far as wanting to have the bigger house. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have, nice things in life. I mentioned this on the first webinar. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have more money in your bank account to be able to really provide that financial independence for you and your family and your loved ones. Nothing wrong with that. But it has to be bigger than that. And I want you all to ask yourself that question: is your life's mission all about serving you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to point. Serving you, or is it about helping others? Because when you find that out, especially the part of serving others, that's what it's all about. And I truly believe at the very core basis, although that we're selfish, but I believe at the core basis that we want to be able to help and serve others. It's just that I get it. If you have a poverty or a scarcity mindset, it's tough to be able to serve others when you're pretty much struggling yourself. I get that. But you definitely want to make sure you get some clarity on that and as soon as possible. And the last point in which I want to go ahead and make to you in terms of this is that how much time are you willing to dedicate? You have to be willing to trade in something in order truly to fulfill your purpose. Anybody that you can think about that's of any high regard, they trade in something, whether it's time, effort, money, energy. It has to be something, it has to be a trade-off, because there's no way that you can fulfill your purpose and still be the same person that you're looking to become. I'm sorry, the person that you are, and to be self-serving. So those are just some key things. I just wanted to throw that out for you. If you have any questions, we'd love as far as to have a conversation with you on that. And on that note, enjoy the rest of your day. Blessings.